Welcome to the WordPress Master class at No Big Deal Training Center. My name is Salah Rahim. The main objectives of today's training is to become WordPress experts, ready to design blogs, business websites, and e-commerce store with strong SEO, security, and hosting knowledge. On this first lecture, we are going to be looking at the introduction to basic of WordPress, covering its history, advantages, installation, and key components like the dashboard, themes, and plugins. By the end of this lecture, students will have installed WordPress and created a simple blog website. So let's get started. Introduction to WordPress. What is WordPress? Under here, we'll be looking at the meaning of WordPress, the history of WordPress, uses of WordPress, advantages of using WordPress, and how WordPress can be installed. What is WordPress? WordPress is a content management system, CMC, content management system, that allows users to create and manage websites easily without coding knowledge. It powers over 40% of websites on the internet today. This WordPress, you don't need to have much knowledge about coding, or you don't even have to know about coding before you start developing a website with WordPress. So, the history of WordPress. WordPress has been created in 2003 by Matt Mullenweg and Mike Little as a blogging tool. So these people created a WordPress for blogging. It now grew up into full CMS, content management system, allowing users to create various websites. It now becomes an open source software, meaning it is free to use and develop by a community. What is the uses of WordPress? WordPress have been used in many things, like business websites. We use it to create a business website. We use it for e-commerce stores. We use it to build portfolio. We use it for membership websites, and also for news websites. The advantages of using a website: number one, it's easy to use. That is, no coding skills required. Then customization. When you are talking about customization, thousands of themes and plugins are available for us to be able to customize it easily. It is SEO friendly, optimized for search engine. People can easily find our website when we use SEO. Security. Regular updates and security plugins are available. Community support. It is used for large online community. It helps for large online community. Then how do we install this WordPress? We have two methods. The first method is local installation. That is, you'll be using your SAMP, WAMP, LAMP, and the rest. Those are the local servers. Then the second method is live installation. That one is when you want to host a real website to be published. That means you want everybody to be visiting your website, like all those websites that will buy things, like OPay, Opera Mini, all those websites. That means you want to be live. You want it to be live. That is when you use on web hosting. But for today, for the purpose of this training, I will recommend the local installation so that you can use it for practice. Then when you are good on it, then you can now build your own website on live hosting. So let's look at these steps. The first steps, we need to download two things. Either you pick from WAMP or XAMPP. Then you now download another thing, which is WordPress itself. You download XAMPP. Well, maybe you like using XAMPP. You download XAMPP. Then you now download WordPress. The next thing you need to do is the folder you download, that is WordPress folder, you now move it to htdocs. That means if you are using XAMPP. But if you are using WAMP, the WordPress folder, you now move it to www. You create a database in your phpMyAdmin. Then you start running your installation. If you try out this method, if you don't know how to use it, you can let me know by commenting you want a tutorial on how to do it. Then I will help us on that. Then the second method is live installation, that is on web hosting. What you need to do here, you need to purchase a domain and hosting. That means you are buying a domain. That one is not free. Some domain costs 30,000-20,000 depending on the kind of domain you want to buy. Some is not even up to that. Then this time around you are going to be using cPanel to install WordPress. That is automatically, or you manually upload the file. That's the first method that we use to the cPanel. Then the next step is to configure the database and complete the setup. Let's move on. WordPress dashboard. On this WordPress dashboard, we'll be needing to understand the WordPress interface. The second thing here we'll be doing is learn how to navigate the dashboard, then explore WordPress settings. What is WordPress interface. We have two main WordPress interface here. We categorize it into two: the admin dashboard and the left side menu. In the admin dashboard, that is the main control panel for managing your site. If you purchase a website, if you purchase a domain and hosting, this is where you set up all the settings. So I will advise you not to give any access to this admin dashboard, because if they have access to your admin dashboard, you are finished. Then on this left side menu, it provides access to page, post, media, plugins, and settings. This one, you can even give it out to person to help you customize your page, to help you customize your post, how your post will look like, and your plugins. So those are the settings we do that we see on the screen. But for the admin side, it's not being seen, it's the back end of the website. So let's move on to navigating the dashboard. Under here, we'll be looking at the dashboard home. That is overview of the site activities. Everything about the site. That's the home. Then we're looking at the posts. That is managing the blog post. We want to post something, this is where we manage it. Then page. We create and edit page here. That means we want to be having a navigation through some pages. You have menus, and you have maybe under this menu you have your sign up. You want to be creating a sign up page, so this is where you'll be creating it. You can create and you can edit. You want to create a sign in page and link it together with your sign up, so you can do it here. Then we have a media. Under this media, that's where we upload images, videos, and files. We have appearance. That is where we customize our themes and our widgets. That means themes, how you want to beautify your post or your page. Then plugins. That means adding extra features to WordPress. There are some plugins that comes with the installation, but when you have some functionalities, you want your WordPress to be doing this, buy and selling, you need to install some plugins that will allow you to do that easily. Then under users, that is where we manage site users and roles, what you want your user to be doing. If you want to make one user an admin, that is where you set it. Then we're talking about settings. Very, very important. Just like our phone, the way we set some phone, that's where we configure site settings. So let's move on to the understanding WordPress settings. Under here we have general settings, we have readings, we have permalinks, and we have discussions. So in general setting, we'll be doing site title. That is where you set a site title, tagline, time zone, and language. Then when you talk about readings, that's where we do controls, home page, display, and number of posts per page. That is where we check it. How many posts have you made? You can see it under these readings. Then permalinks is talking about the URL, uniform resource locator. That's where we customize the structure for the CEO. Then discussion, that is where we manage comments and notification. So if you are looking for a way of managing your comments, you can get it under discussion. So after you have listened to this from where we start, at least by now you should be able to explore the dashboard and customize basic settings. So let's move on to the next one, which is themes. What is themes? Under here we'll be learning and understanding WordPress themes. WordPress themes controls the appearance of websites. That is the way your website looks. I've explained that. That is beautifying your website. So you don't do that manually, except if you know how to, if you have little knowledge about coding. But if you don't have little knowledge about coding, you can just download themes. Look for WordPress themes, free WordPress themes, install it, then change their words. So on these themes, they define the layouts. That means how your pages will look like. The colors, you want to change it to black color, this, and the fonts, we do that under themes. So how do we install WordPress themes? Installing and customizing themes. So after you have already downloaded and installed your WordPress theme, you go to, before that, you go to appearance. That is, you want to install another WordPress. You go to appearance. There's a button called appearance on your dashboard. Then you now go to themes in the dashboard. After you have done that, then you click on add new and search for a theme. Click install and activate the theme. Very easy. You go to appearance. Under the appearance, you see themes in the dashboard. Then you add new and search for a theme. After you have searched for a theme, then you install and activate the theme. Then how do we customize it? You go to appearance also, then you look for customize. Then you start editing the color, the size of your text, and the rest. So let's move on to plugins. Plugin add extra functionalities to a WordPress site. For those people that are doing coding, this is where those JavaScript functions, they add functionality to your page in a way that if you overthrow it, maybe you overthrow a menu and you want it to show something like you are about to log in. This is the plugins that normally do that for us. It adds some other functionalities to the website. We have popular plugins. We have Elementor. We have Used SEO, and we have WooCommerce. Eliminator is used for drag and drop page builder. Why Used SEO? It improves website SEO, that is search engine. It improves your search engine. When people are searching for your website, it can easily be seen on the Google. Then we have WooCommerce. That is, it adds e-commerce features. You want to be doing buy and selling, you need to install a plugin called WooCommerce. So how do we install plugins? We have steps in installing and configuring plugins. So this time around, you are not going to theme because you are not installing theme. You go to plugins. In the drop down, you say add new. You search for the plugin that you are looking for and click install now. So after you have installed it, you now click activate and configure setting if you need it, but you need to activate it. Then under this course, you should be able to install a theme and customize it yourself. After you have already gone through this video, you should be able to install a plugins like Elementor and explore its features. So you can go and do that. Then if you have any issue concerning this, drop a comment. Tell me, please, can you walk us through on how to do this? But try yourself, so that even if I'm to run a videos on it again, it will be very easy for you to understand. Thank you. Let's move on. So on this particular lecture today, you are going to have two practicals. You pick one or you do the two. It's very easy. The first one is that you are installing and setting up a WordPress locally using either SAMP or WAMP. That means you are downloading and installing WordPress to configure the database and explore the dashboard, so that you'll be familiar with everything that I'm doing here. Then the second project is that you create a simple blog website. You install a blog friendly theme. You look for a theme that you can use for blog. Then the next thing, you create a home page and blog page. That means you are creating a page here. You write a simple blog post. There's a difference between page and post. Post is when you want to show your clients something. You want to tell them something on your website. That's post. While page is when you want to have some navigation on your web homepage. Then you try and add an image and configure the settings. Note that every project I'm giving, you are going to do seminar on it. So try and do it. Do your video and send it to our video assignments links. In summary, by the end of this first lecture, students should understand WordPress basic, the history and benefits. You should be able to tell people about WordPress, the history, when it started, and what is their initial plan of doing it, the benefits that is on it. Then you should have WordPress installed locally. Even though if you are not doing the online one, you should be able to install it locally. Be familiar with dashboard and settings, knowing how to install and customize themes and plugins. Then you should have created a simple blog website before we meet next class. Please, let's do something meaningful. Then, conclusion, don't forget to subscribe, follow for more like this. Then for inquiry, you can chat this number on the screen, 070-397-62488. Thank you. We meet next class. God bless you.